This is November 704 X-ray of Delta Airlines 2990 from Jackson en route back to Atlanta. This is November 543 Union Whiskey, American Airlines 2647 en route to Charlotte. This is November 8328 Alpha of Southwest Airlines 806. This is November 966 Whiskey November of Southwest Airlines 714. This is November 340 November Whiskey of Delta Airlines 2994 en route back to Detroit. The Airbus A320-212. This is November 289, November Victor, for Legionnaire 3155, arriving from Nashville. This is November 6712 Bravo of Delta Airlines 2331. Arriving from Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200-232-W or the rocket ship. This is November 314 Delta Union, a Airbus A220-100 of Delta Airlines 2660. This is November 658 Delta Lima of Delta Airlines 2627. This is November 8328 Alpha of Southwest Airlines 4074. This is November 8313 Foxtrot of Southwest Airlines 738. This is November 289, November Victor, of Legionnaire 1546, en route to Flint, Michigan. This is a Legionnaire 3794, arriving from McGee-Tyson, Tennessee. I believe this is November 287, November Victor. Well, I was close. The Legionnaire was November 257, November Victor. And coming behind him is November 6716 Charlie of Delta Airlines 2328. the Boeing 757-200, 232, or the rocket ship. And it's arriving from Atlanta. Not sure on the tail number, but I do know this is Sun Country 325, arriving from MSP, the creamsicle livery. This is November 8658 Alpha of Southwest Airlines 1523, arriving from Midway, Illinois. This is November 6709 of Delta Airlines 2924. Just to give you some indication as to what's going on throughout these videos. We're currently doing some sort of construction work at this old warehouse. Not sure what it's for, but I heard word that it was just bought, and the previous owner who was there has sold it. So this is what's going on, viewers. This is November 707 Tango Whiskey of Delta Airlines 2990, arriving from Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200 2Q8-W with a rocket ship. This is November 659 Delta Lima, Delta Airlines 2720, arriving from Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200 232-W with a rocket ship. This is November 749 Young X-Ray of United Airlines Express under call sign Republic Airways 3599, arriving from Chicago. Embraer 175. This is November 678 Delta Lima of Delta Airlines 2331 in the Boeing 757-200, 232, or the rocket ship, arriving from Atlanta. This is November 231 Juliet Quebec of Delta Airlines, Delta Connection, Republic Airways, Flight 5613, Embraer 175. This is November 6905 Delta Lima of Delta Airlines 2627, en route back to Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200, 232-W or the rocket ship. This is November 659 Delta Lima of Delta Airlines 1096, arriving from Atlanta. Boeing 757-200, 232-W with a rocket ship. This is November 552, November Whiskey of Delta Airlines 2326, arriving from Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200, 251-W, or the rocket ship. This is November 340, November Whiskey of Delta Airlines 2333, arriving from, I'm assuming, Detroit. This is November 358, November Bravo of Delta Airlines 1692, arriving from MSP. This is November 6704 Zorro of Delta Airlines 2923. This is November 667 Quebec Sierra of NetJets 667. And do pardon all the heavy clouds. It is really hard to get all these aircrafts coming in. So just bear with me. We're going to continue and try to get what we can. This is November 469, Whiskey November of Southwest Airlines 3462, arriving from Nashville. This is November 933, Whiskey November of Southwest Airlines 3747, arriving from Atlanta. This is November 317, Delta November of Delta Airlines 2990, en route back to Atlanta. The Airbus A321-211SL blastoff machine. This is November 922, Union Sierra of American Airlines 2647, en route to possibly Charlotte. Airbus A321 service. This is November 355, Delta November of Delta Airlines 2627. The Airbus A321-211SL blastoff machine. Alpha Charlie 7074. This is November 900, Papa Charlie of Delta Airlines 2720, en route back to Atlanta in the Boeing 757-200, 26D-W, or the rocket ship. This is November 8637 Alpha of Southwest Airlines 4211, arriving from Nashville, Tennessee, 737-800. This is November 561, Whiskey November of Southwest Airlines 2493, arriving from Midway, Illinois. This is November 951, Double November of American Airlines, arriving from Dallas, Fort Worth. I believe this is 1834 or 36. This is November 930, Alpha Union of American Airlines 1830. The aircraft earlier was November 954, double November of Flight 811 from Houston. This flight, I believe, is heading to Charlotte. In the last bit of daylight. This is November 213 Union Alpha. Of United Airlines 3770, arriving from Rocky Mount High, Denver, Colorado. And yes, this is a Boeing 777-200 Heavy. This is November 552, November Whiskey. Delta Airlines 2326, arriving from Atlanta. In the 757-200-251-W or the rocket ship. November 87527 of United Airlines 419, arriving from Chicago. This is November 340, November Whiskey of Delta Airlines 2333, arriving from Detroit. This is November 342, Romeo X-Ray of American Airlines 129, arriving from Chicago. Boeing 737-800 MAX, twin jet. This is November 8616 Charlie of Southwest Airlines 2197, arriving from Atlanta.